Hi there, and welcome to another Condemned video guide. Condemned is a hardcore, Republic, team-based PvE and PvP guild on the Port Nowhere server. My name is Six, and I'll be your host, and in this video, we'll show you the strategy to take down the second boss encounter of the Eternity Vault operation, Gharj. Gharj is a large monster that you will encounter in his volcano lair. For this encounter, we recommend a group of 1 tank, 2 healers, and 5 DPS for the 8-man version, and exactly double that for the 16-man version. Although this fight can be healing intensive, the DPS are needed in order to hit a tight enraged timer. The strategy featured in this video can be applied to either normal, hard, or nightmare mode, as none of the mechanics differ between these 3 difficulty settings. Gharj will simply hit harder and have more HP, and therefore a tighter enraged timer as he scales up in difficulty. Although this fight can be healing intensive, the DPS are needed in order to hit a tight enraged timer. When you enter, you will see a large room covered in lava with a rock path leading through the lava to a small island. Throughout the fight, Gharj will knock these islands into the lava, forcing the raid to cross these little rock paths to new islands. You should avoid the lava as much as possible, as it places a stacking dot on anyone who steps in it. For the pull, put on your Mario hats and hop from rock to rock down the path to the island with your tank leading the way. Your tank should position the boss on the edge of one side of the island, and melees should stack behind the boss with their backs to the center of the island. Range should be stacked on the other side of the island, as shown here. Gharj performs 2 main abilities that should be noted. The first one you will encounter is Frenzy. You will see the emote on the screen, Gharj is entering a frenzy, when this ability begins. Gharj will then start jumping up and down, dealing AoE damage to everyone around him. Melee can stay in for a few of these hits in order to maximize DPS, but the hits do take a lot of health, so they should get away after a few of them. This frenzy ability also means that Gharj is collapsing the island that you're currently on. The raid will need to look for a new stone path that will appear in the lava, leading to a new island. The entire raid needs to hop along this path to the new island. When Gharj has finished his frenzy, he will leap to the new island, and the tank and raid will position the same way as on the first island. In between frenzies, Gharj will use a skill called Pounce. You will see an emote, Gharj is preparing to pounce. Gharj will then jump into the air and deal AoE damage around him, similar to what he does in a frenzy. Unlike frenzy, he will only do this jump once for Pounce. The range should be far enough from the boss to not take damage from Pounce, as it only deals damage to those within melee range. Pounce will deal a lot of damage to anyone within melee range, which can be avoided if these individuals run out. However, in order to maximize DPS and beat the enrage timer, it's advised that melee stay in for the Pounce and that the healers simply heal through the damage. Following Pounce, Gharj will knock down the tank and knock back the rest of the raid. The melee should land on the island, but the range, which should be positioned towards the edge of the island, will likely land in the lava. All members of the raid will have a small dot placed on them after being knocked back, and the ranged will have the additional dot from the lava. These dots don't last long and can be healed through. Although the ranged group can run into the boss before the knockback so that they don't land in the lava, this cuts down on DPS, so it's advised that the healers simply heal through the lava damage on the ranged group. As the fight continues, Gharj will start to summon adds when he begins a frenzy. These adds have very low HP and can be quickly burned down. The DPS should put as much burst damage on the adds as they can and bring the remaining adds to the new island when it emerges, where there should be enough time to finish them off before Gharj jumps over there to join you. In 8-man, the tank does not need to grab the adds, as they should not live long and do not do enough damage to warrant a tank. For 16-man, we recommend a designated secondary tank be in charge of picking these adds up and taking them until they can be DPS down. Gharj is a fairly simple fight that comes down to a DPS race in order to beat his enrage timer. This means that you will need to find the right balance of how long DPS can stay in for the frenzy and how often they can stay in for the pounce versus what the healers are actually able to heal through. He will enrage at exactly 6.5 minutes, so you have until then to get him down. Thanks for watching. Once again, I'm Six, and this has been another Condemned video guide.